morning. This is Carla Barrow from The Integral Therapist, wishing you a wonderful Memorial Day. You know, I was thinking what a time this is. What have we heard it called? Epic, unprecedented, extraordinary, uncertain times, a disruptive time. And I was reading recently about a new book coming out by a gentleman named Bruce Feiler, whose work is called Life is in the Transitions. And Feiler writes about these life quakes, right? Disruptive events that occur that turn the world topsy-turvy, that have us start over, that lead us to have to create an entirely new meaning for life, like new narratives. And in his work, what Feiler discovered in interviewing hundreds of people from across the country, and so Feiler started talking to a lot of people going through major life transitions, sometimes multiple ones at once. All sorts of things that really impact who we are and how we live in the world. And what Feiler does is himself disrupt the thought that these are linear, staged events that go through a particular process, beginning, middle, end. Instead, what Feiler says is that these can be nonlinear events. They're going to go in various orders, and they're going to depend upon how you respond to what's in front of you as to how they'll turn out. And what Feiler is basically letting us know is that we can expect during our adulthood that we'll spend about half of our life getting through one of these transitions. And if it's not us, it'll be someone else in our family. So it's good to keep an eye on these life quakes. And it's good to recognize that we may need some skills in order to prep ourselves and to be able to recover. So what he talks about is, in exchange for the linear view of life, just looking for what he would say the long goodbyes, places where we still hang on to the past as we transition into something new, and into the messy middle, which can be all of that that occurs in the change. And he has us look at those places where in our transition we've got superpowers and we've got kryptonite. So in this film clip that you're looking at, you'll see my superpowers. And these are the ways that I've been able to make the transition more smoothly. And they include things such as having a wonderful network of friends and family to support me. This includes people that I engaged in new trainings, new organizations that I joined, whether it be the American Association of Marriage and Family Therapists, the Jungian Society of South Florida, the Florida Group Psychotherapist Society, or Gottman Couples Training Group. So many different organizations where we are able to meet new people, practice new skills, present ourselves, learn more about others and their transition, and become who we are going to be. When we're reaching sort of the midway of the year and looking out into what's going to happen as we emerge from the COVID period, I want you to keep this idea about life quakes and transitions in your pocket. And remember that it doesn't have to go in any one particular way, that it can go in a non-linear way, and that what you may be seeking for is to create the story. What's your narrative? What is this transition going to be all about? What would it take for it to be the life worth living? What's going to be your transition superpower? And what's your transition kryptonite? Without a transition, a change could be just a rearrangement of the furniture. It's when you have the change take, when it really becomes the new you, that it becomes the new narrative.